neutron. No, he's ready to get rid of it. You feel like you're ready to get rid of that neutron, Jim?
Get out of here!
I think he is. Let's see what happens when he gets rid of that neutron. Wow, that was a lot more energy that time. What just happened? Wow, that little uranium atom just pretty much exploded. And it's turned into a whole bunch of other little atoms, like iron and other metals. And with that explosion and that exothermic reaction, what does that mean again?
Releases heat.
Releases heat. He gave us a lot of heat, so we can make a lot of energy. Thank you, Jim. Go ahead and get your prize. Someone get this guy a prize.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, woo. Next, we're going to have Mad Eye talk to us a little bit about petroleum.
Alright guys, the last form of energy today that we're going to be talking about is petroleum. First of all, we're going to be talking about our final form of energy today, called petroleum. First of all, before we get going, who can tell me what petroleum is? Alright? I bet you all know what petroleum is, you just don't know it. No one? Okay. Well, petroleum is oil. Okay? Essentially, it's what you put in your car. Okay? That is one of the most common forms of energy today. Alright? Now, it can be used for a lot of things actually, not just the fuel in your car. You can use it, actually they use it to make plastic. So when you drink a water bottle, made from petroleum. Makeup is made from petroleum. And of course the fuel you put in your car, many things. Alright? Now, you might be wondering, where did all this petroleum come from? Well, millions of years ago, during the prehistoric days when dinosaurs walked the earth, a lot of dead plants and a lot of dead animals, they got buried underground, and over millions of years, tons and tons of pressure, and high temperatures just made all of this stuff decompose. Okay? So you get all this pressure, everything's being compacted together over millions of years, and eventually they decomposed and they released a bunch of stuff. They formed oil or petroleum. Okay? So this stuff's all buried down, deep down into the ground. We got to get it out somehow. Alright? Now, it's not like just a pool underground where we can just go and scoop it out. Alright? It's not that easy. It's actually trapped in rocks. Alright? We have to figure a way to get it out. So, two important terms here that we use to determine how we're going to get it out of the rocks is porosity and permeability. Okay? Does anyone know what those two terms mean? Porosity and permeability. No one? Alright, well, it's really simple actually. Porosity is just the size of the holes in between those rocks. Alright, the size of the gaps. And permeability is how easily a fluid can pass through those holes in those rocks. Okay? So, I'm going to need 3 volunteers to test this with me. Alright, we're going to demonstrate permeability and porosity, because when we're getting oil out of the ground, we want high permeability and we want high porosity. We want there to be large gaps. Okay? So, 3 volunteers. Let's see, number 2 and number 5. Woo! Alright, good job guys. Alright, what are your names?
Jose.
Jose?
Satyan?
Alright, Satyan and Jose. Here's what's going to happen. Let's see. Alright, so we have some contraptions here. Now, we have one filled with pretty big marbles here, okay? Now this one, you'll see, it's going to have a high porosity and a high permeability. Right? Because there's a lot of gaps in between all those marbles. Alright? So Satyan, you're going to take that, hold that for me. Alright, Jose, this one has sand in it. Alright, you can see that sand does not have a lot of large gaps in between all those sand particles like that does. Alright? So you can hold that for me. Now let's take a poll here, a vote. Who thinks that we're going to put water through these? Okay. And who thinks that water is going to pass faster in this one than that one? Faster in this one? Yes? Who thinks it's going to be faster in this one? Okay, well let's see. Okay, Can you cut it? We get me.
Action.
Okay, so go ahead and scoop some water out of the tank there. All right, good, good. Now hold. Now it's very important that you hold this over the tank. Okay. Now hold it high so everyone can see. Hold it over the tank. All right. Now when I say go, you're gonna at the same time you're gonna pour the water into the cup. You ready? You set? Go. We're gonna see what happens. Oh, look at that! Water started coming out of that one. You see that? This water is not coming out of that one yet. That's because, why do you guys think that's coming out faster on that one? That's right, because that one has a higher permeability and a higher porosity. And we can use the same concept when we're trying to get oil out of the ground, when we're trying to get petroleum out of the ground.
Why isn't mine working?
Well, because it has a very, very high porosity, and a very low porosity, and a very low permeability.
Why did you give this one to me? Why did you give me that one?
Because I like Santiago better, Jose. All right?
Jackass.
All right, so good job, guys. You can go ahead and just pour that water back. There you go. Now put it back in the cup for me. Good job, good job. All right, good. Now, and you guys get a prize.
Dang straight we do.
For which I do not know, but you got prizes.
Yes.
All right, good job, guys. Good job. All right, so we hope you learned a lot today from learning about all these different forms of energy, and we hope that you'll be interested to continue learning about energy.
Thank you for helping us today do a really fun experiment. Remember, energy powers the world, and the world is always going to need more energy.
That's right.
It sure is. But one day, the scientists like Mad Hatter, Mad Eye Moody, and myself, we're going to be too old to do our experiments. But luckily, we have you kids to do our experiments for us, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wrong. Wrong.
And now, thanks to today, every time you see electricity and the science we use to make it, you guys can say, that's not magic, that's science.
Thank you all for
Thank you.
your great attentions. Do you have any questions out there? Any questions? Yeah?
He has one.
You got one? Alright, we'll answer that one.
And we'll answer many others.
Any others that you guys have, we'll answer them for you. But for right now, we're going to turn that camera off. So thanks, good luck,
And giggle.
and giggle.
Woo.